my friend walked down the aisle and said, as I was walking down the aisle, I knew we were going to get a divorce.
That's insane.
And went through with it anyway.
Your husband and baby get lodged into the water. You can only save one, the other will die. Who are you saving?
Jesus.
And women are like, I could get another husband. No, because that's the difference. Y'all are married. You don't know what it means to be husband and wife. Husband and wife is once in a lifetime. Married, everybody's getting married. That's why divorce is 70 whatever percent that women are initiating, because we're sold a dream. You know why you're not happy? Not you, but women out there. You're not happy because you expect that man to move like a woman. You didn't marry a woman, you married a man. To think that I'm a pick-me because I want to love on my husband. To think that I'm a pick-me because I want to respect my man.
Talk your
to
shit,
think
Sarah.
that you're probably one of those women that say, I don't need a man, and that's probably why you don't have one.
She said, I'd rather be a pick me than a skip me. I like where this is going. Now, this comes from B. Simone's podcast. Let's watch the content.
And I say this all the time, just for clarity. I'm not speaking to women
Generally.
right. No. If you want a high value, high earning masculine man, or you want a high value masculine man, there are certain things that will disqualify you from having that man. End of story. It's not even really a discussion. It's like if you're a doctor, you had to go to school to become a doctor. I can't expect this person that's never been to doctor school in his life to perform heart surgery. It's not realistic. But when people, and I feel like that's given me a sense of groundedness almost inside of, no, we could talk about it, because they be calling me every name, girl. And I'm like,
Pick me.
Oh,
You on the man side.
but you know what?
All these things.
You know what's crazy?
You're male-centered.
Yes, yes,
Do you think women are just more uncomfortable with accountability?
yes.
You imagine trying to insult somebody that they are male-centered. Meanwhile, she's achieved the high-earning man that they wish that they could have achieved. Those women would try to shame women that care about being selected because they know they can't achieve what they want. So instead, they adhere to the robotic programming of man bad, woman good.
I'm not male-centered. I'm nuclear family-centered, which requires a woman to respect a man. And honestly, I think most women are dating for ego. They're not dating for partnership in life. They're dating so that they can show their friends at work they've been chosen. They're dating so they can post on Instagram they've been chosen. But as far as actually doing the work where you're happy, where you're excited to do for your partner,
In real life,
in real
outside
life
of an
and in real
Instagram
time,
picture.
outside of trips and bags and all that, we are
It's
in
a
a
joke.
prostitution era.
It's a joke.
We're not even inside of a real partnership era, and it is to the detriment of the family. So if what I say, and I believe we are fully engrossed into a prostitution era right now, a woman will sleep with you because you brought her to dinner.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous. The bar is so low. And so I feel like I've been saying, if I'm a pick me, you're a skip me.
Uh-oh.
They skipping you. They ain't even looking in your direction.
Come
Because
on.
this is the thing. Any woman that calls another woman a pick me, to think that I'm a pick me because I want to love on my husband, to think that I'm a pick me because I want to respect my man,
Talk your
to
shit,
think
Sarah.
that I'm a pick me because I talk about being mindful of your tone and lowering your volume, to think that I'm a pick me because I'm talking about how to be a woman, a lady, to be feminine. You're a skip me. Because that means you are the antithesis to all of these things. You're probably one of those women that say, I don't need a man. And that's probably why you don't have one.
No, I don't say that now. I need my husband.
I
need my husband.
Girl.
Where is he at? I need my covering. I need my husband. I need you to even have a baby.
Yes.
I need a man. I need a leader and a protector. Somebody come and help around this hoe.
Well, listen, B. Simone. All right, we can go deep into to your psychology as to why you were still out here single as hell, okay? We've seen you go viral because of your distrust or disdain, rather, of the 9-to-5 man, which is hilarious because you've then gone on and talked about that the gigs and the jobs have slowed down to the impact of the salary, probably less than most 9-to-5 men.
He can't have a 9-to-5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like
To be so tone deaf to the dismissal of the average man while complaining, where is my man at, is simply hilarious. Now, as I say that, Sarah's over there cooking, right? Where's my flame broiled? She over there She over there dicing and cutting and flipping. Go ahead, girl. Speak your truth. You heard? Intelligently describing the frustration that most modern men today work through. Let's proceed. Last month, my Facebook page alone generated over $13,000. That number is so ridiculous. Why? Because I did absolutely no work in order to achieve that. But I put systems in play to earn that revenue. Now, there's a very important definition here. It's called resting revenue rate. How much money do you earn in a month at rest, not doing a damn thing? Because at least on my Facebook page alone, it's $13,000. Now, what's also crazy about that is I'm not a Facebooker. I'm a YouTuber. Majority of my money comes from YouTube and as well as ad sponsorships. The Facebook stuff is just the icing on the cake. But just the icing on the cake alone, I'm financially independent because it damn sure don't cost me $13,000 a month to live. Come copy my system of how I earn between $50,000 and $100,000 each and every month. Go to viral2value.com to pick up my curriculum and join my community where we also do live calls, Q&As, to answer all of your guys' questions on your content creation journey.
But I'm saying, we're not meant to lead the way that we're leading right now.
100%.
The hierarchy of the home is just completely inverted, you know? And even, you know, we went pretty viral. And I should ask you this question and be careful of your answer because you might go viral. But one of the questions on my show, they said, scenario, you and your husband are on a boat in the middle of the ocean with your small child. 2 or 3 years old. Your husband and baby get lodged into the water. You can only save one, the other will die. Who are you saving?
Jesus. I don't know if this is there's a biblical answer?
Yep.
Is there a biblical answer?
Yes.
The first answer that came to my mind was my husband. That
Okay.
sounds crazy though.
It doesn't sound crazy
Is
to
that
me
right?
at all. Yes, that's biblically, yes. Biblically, yes. That is right. So that's what I said. My husband in the Bible, your husband is the covering. He is the head of your household. And when two become
naturally,
one, no, there is no naturally.
Do you think you would jump for your baby?
I wouldn't.
That's terrifying.
And also,
you don't know.
I'm speaking from logic, not experience,
okay,
right? I don't know.
okay,
I don't know.
okay.
But I feel like you're once in a lifetime, platinum needle in a haystack, covering husband, confidant, best friend, ace boon coon.
Yeah.
And women are like, I could get another husband. No, because that's the difference. Y'all are married. You don't know what it means to be husband and wife. Husband and wife is once in a lifetime. Married, everybody's getting married. That's why divorce is 70 whatever percent that women are initiating because we're sold a dream.
Yeah. First off, it's a tough damn question, right? But I do think that the majority of modern women today would select the child because that's what they've been conditioned to do. Ergo, I don't know why half y'all getting married because to me, marriage don't make sense unless y'all are following the biblical order, all right? All you secularists, I don't understand it besides y'all just want something to prove of some lifetime achievement award. Now, biblically, you would go with the man. If you listen to mainstream media, you go with the child. But here's the thing. I think even realistically, you go with the man because then the man can use his strength, right? His mindset in order to save the child. But what's behind the question is what I would 100% agree with. And I think it's something that most modern men today need to consider. Many women today are sold the dream of marriage, but not the reality of being a wife to a husband. For because they don't have wife mindset, no wonder the divorce rate is so damn high. No wonder so many women initiated it over men. All right, because they got one pinky toe in and one pinky toe out should you F up. And not only that, but with the strength of the sister code, the strength of the single-ass auntie mafia, the strength of mainstream media pushing women that there is this patriarchy living through this oppression and that they are the victims of every choice and decision that they make that may or may not go their damn way. These women are getting married while still wanting to select the bear over the man. Insane.
Dream of, it's supposed to look this way, but the second that you got to be accountable, the second that you have to be mindful of your voice, the second that you have to regulate your own emotions, the second that you have to stop taking things so personally, now we got a problem. Now I don't want to be a wife anymore. I'm not happy. What does that mean?
Let her cook.
Baby, let me tell you something. I asked the elder, I asked somebody of wisdom, and are you happy? Unhappiness is not a reason for divorce.
I don't ever. Go get happy. Go get happy. What makes you happy? And why have you not done the work? And more so than not doing the work, if over time you've allowed space, which allows disconnection, which allows that space for resentment to grow inside of. So now I feel like I'm over here, you're over there. You don't want to do the work that created the disconnect, to overcome the disconnect, right? So now you've allowed compounding feelings, compounded upset, compounded resentment. You've allowed all of these things to put us like this. Are you willing to do the work? Most people are like, nope, it's too hard. I'm going to quit, take all the lessons they learned from this relationship, and then go do the same exact thing in a new relationship.
She's a runner and a track star.
That's what people be doing. So it's so crazy to me when people say, or women say, I'm not happy. You know why you're not happy? Not you, but women out there. You're not happy because you expect that man to move like a woman. You didn't marry a woman, you married a man. Men are not emotional. Men don't want to talk, most masculine men, they're not gonna talk all day, every day. They're covering the home. They're paying the bills.
They're mission focused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is why we as women are blessed to have girlfriends. That's why we as women, it's so important for us to have tribe so that we can talk about the things. Yes, we can.
These feminists have focused so long on equating a man to a woman. Listen, the thing is that we're different. We can be equally valued, but for much different things. But when you condition that we are the goddamn same, to the extent of allowing, trans women to, with their big butch asses, to enter women's locker rooms, right? Like when you condition a society of that degree of equality, right, where they call them the child birthers, right, and to distinguish from a woman that didn't have a transition and a biological woman, when it goes that crazy, one must ask, what biases have you internalized that has conditioned malcontempt for the opposite gender?
Talk about the things that rub us the wrong way in life, in relationship, and only have one or two in relationship, but in life,
Right,
because your husband isn't going to talk about all these things, right? So I, in my mind, I think that a lot of women have a very distorted idea of what it actually means to be a wife and aren't willing to do the work, which is why it's women that are initiating divorce. Men are marrying a woman because he's saying, I'm choosing you and I'm going to stick with you. Women are saying, I'm choosing you, but you need to be who I need you to be. And when you're not that, I'm going to leave you.
And you know what's crazy? Those women that she just described are the ones that go viral and have the most traction within the algorithm media of today. Not social media, algorithm media. I'm tired of calling it social media. It's not even that social no more. You don't even see your own friends post no more, but you see what the algorithm thinks that you want to see. So within algorithm media, those are the ones on the other side of the coin. They're getting information and influence from that, not the accountability types. More men know about Sarah than women do. Think about that for a quick second. Why? Because he's holding them accountable.
It's statistically proven because you're not happy. Irreconcilable differences. What does that mean? Do the work. So for me, divorce isn't on the table for me at all. The only thing that could make me divorce my husband, because I know who I chose. Now that's the important part, right? You have to choose
Before
a person.
you've been to this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the only thing, and this isn't who he is, but if Brock started beating me up, but then I'm not divorced, I'm a widow, and I'm serving life in prison. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
But then I'm not divorced, I'm a widow. So next question.
I'm a widow. And this is, he knows I'm a crazy. I know he's a crazy. I asked him, I said, baby, if you came home with me and I was with another man, what would you do? He was like, murder, suicide. There's no hesitation.
So why... And I think a lot of women speak.
Whoa. Pause real quick. God damn. You do what, baby? Walk away? Is that not another? Jesus. Why I gotta die? Why I gotta go? Because you's a whore. Right? Like, no, I still would have lived, baby. Life's still good over here. Hold on. Let me pause on the track. I was with you, Sarah, up until that one. That one. That one, I don't know about that one. Nah, baby. I gotta go to Thailand. I catch you in bed, getting your back flipped, twisted, and rearranged. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It would hurt if that's your wife. And this dude's out in the comment section right now that done went through some shit like that. in a relationship, a lot of us have gone through situations like I've been through a situation. I didn't actually see it. I saw messages about the act. Okay, this is like 20 years ago. Nevertheless, though, yeah, I'm Thailand, baby. We out. Like my murder. Hopefully, the young man was just joking. If not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about that, brother.
To this, why so bold about the domestic violence and not the cheating?
Good question.
I think because, first of all, cheating to me, I think there's a difference between cheating and an agreement. And I think a lot of
Big
women
time.
are in a full-blown agreement
Yeah.
saying that it's cheating.
Yeah. Oh.
You know that this man is cheating.
Damn.
You know he's a cheater.
Yeah. No, not that he's a cheater. You know that he is cheating on you and you chose to stay. That is an agreement. Stop calling it cheating.
Wow.
It's different. As opposed to this man is deceptively betraying you behind your back, sneaking around, lying, doing all those different things, right? I didn't choose that person.
Come on.
I didn't choose that
Got
person.
it.
If anyone ever saw my husband out with another woman, I probably was like, well, guess we're polygamous now. I'm not joking. We have had the conversation about it. Our line of communication is so direct and so honest and so transparent. I don't know what it's like to be married for 10 years, 20 years,
Right.
30 years. I don't know.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I might be sick of him too.
In 2045.
Right.
Give me a second to get there. Like,
and if it's like, okay, I get to have another, and this is the thing, I will never say never to nothing, right? If there is a younger woman that's gonna help with the kids, it's gonna help with the house, it's gonna whatever, and now she's a part of our family, I don't know. Do I see that
You
for
know.
me?
Stop, Sarah.
I don't see that for me. However, is it impossible? I can't say it's impossible.
Okay, I get that.
Okay.
You know-
This type of realistic thinking that Sarah is displaying right here is rare, right? Like the idea that you can step outside of all of the marketing, all of the advertisements, and having a conversation with her. She probably also understands that like monogamy is, a tool of first world capitalistic societies. It is put in place to help push GDP because most of our history, we've been polygamist. Our forefathers, go look at Africa. Whole bunch of polygamists and shit like that over there. However, go look at the economies over there of most of the countries within Africa. I think that when you have a society where most of the men are getting most of the, for lack of a better term, fruits of the labor, right? And there's a disproportional amount of success dependent upon it from a relationship perspective, dependent upon, right, your caste, right, what it is that you're doing. You got most of the men that have most of the women. And if you're not pushing polygamy, you're going to have an entire society of men that will be unhappy. And if you create an entire society of men that are unhappy over a long period of time, you get governments that get overthrown. You can see evidence of this throughout history. And you can see sprinkles of it even in America over the past several years. It's not a political channel. We don't need to go there. Anyway, a future fortuitous situation due to the introduction of another female support system, depending upon what they got within their life. That to me is logic speaking, okay? Why unhappy ourselves for forever? Now, I will also say she speaks from the perspective of being with someone that is high value. In the way that high value, resource abundant men move, or even marriages move, is a lot different than the majority of us. Let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, right
You're like,
now,
I can't say it's
it ain't
impossible when
happening.
I'm 56.
Right, I can't.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
That's still young.
Let that young hoe help.
Right, yes, period. But 56 is still too young. I feel like when I'm like 66, and she like,
You said because at 56 I'm still gonna be
When
looking
that-
like Halle Berry.
period.
When that
55 is my
menopause
prime.
hit,
I know that's right. The older I get, I'm like, I cannot wait. It
Yes.
just gets better and better and better and better
Period.
and better and better.
Girl, yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm just bold across the board.
You know what?
but
I'm just
so is my
open and we
husband.
have communication and when we get there, we get there.
Yes. I also you have to know your person. This is another thing.
Before you walk down my friend walked down the aisle and said, as I was walking down the aisle, I knew we were going to get a divorce
that's insane.
and went through with it anyway. And I'm not gonna say my friend, somebody I know.
Yeah.
We're not friends.
Yeah.
Let me be very clear on these words I'm using.
Period.
This someone I know.
Yeah.
When I was walking down the aisle, I knew we were gonna get a divorce.
Listen, and I met women too that said, I got married to him knowing how easy it was to divorce him. And when she said this to me, I was thinking to myself, damn, you know, this new age is treating marriage like it's just like boyfriend and girlfriend.
And you got the bouquet, you got the hair, you got the makeup, you got the church full, you got 200 guests, you got.
What would you do?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
My conviction is so, I couldn't do it.
Me too.
Oh God.
I couldn't.
I'll be like, everybody day finna be ruined. And this is
Yeah.
gonna be the hard. And you know how I know I wouldn't? Because I've made those decisions before.
Yeah. What does that mean? Say that in a different way.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Detriment that affects everybody. That I've gotten to the point of, yes. And I get right there and God says no.
Yes.
And you knew it was a no.
Yes.
10 yeses ago, but you ignored it.
Yes.
And now I'm going to make you feel it. I can't fight that conviction in that moment. I've made those decisions before. So
Yeah.
I know I would do it in that. Walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
If I know that this is God and I know, I couldn't do it.
Ooh, child.
I would ruin everybody's day.
I feel you.
Including mine.
I feel you.
Down the
I
aisle is
couldn't do it.
incredible.
I've been
Like,
engaged
couldn't do it.
twice and called it off before.
That's right.
And I always used to say third time's
that's
a charm.
great.
But you know what? The third time I never got engaged. I was married before we got engaged. Yeah.
You and Brock?
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't propose?
No, he said. So no, he didn't. He proposed after, like a month, and I didn't even know he was going to propose. We secretly got married at the courthouse.
So y'all, okay, 6 days.
Yes.
Day 1, y'all talking about marriage. Day 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what day were you like, we're getting married? Let's get married today.
He was like, "What? Okay, so this is how it happened." Costa Rica for my birthday last year, a group of us went to Costa Rica.
Okay.
And obviously Brock was there. He's one of my closest friends. And honestly, I was dating another guy.
So y'all got to date. Sorry
Wait,
to interrupt
what?
you,
Yeah.
but y'all got to date for like 3 years without
Yes.
sexual intimacy,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
because you knew him.
Yes. Through and through.
That's right. I forgot.
That's
Oh my gosh.
beautiful.
Like met this whole man's family. When he called his mom and said, "Mom, I'm getting married," because this was fast, right? We weren't even committed to each other. But 6 days before we got married, he
His
called
mom
his
said
mom.
to Sarah.
Yes,
I knew it.
Yes. He's like, and then she was like, "Is she pregnant?" And we both laughed. We were like, no. But we were in Costa Rica. We went, and I was dating another guy. Now, dating does not mean relationship, because they try to drag me on the internet talking about how Sarah broke up with her fiance to date this man, her friend, after 6 days. But no, dating is a new person. I just started dating before Costa Rica. It had only been a couple weeks. Well, only been a little short amount of time. Now, I believe in date them all, don't sleep with any of them. Dating means it's the interview process. I'm getting to know you. Do I even like you? Everybody gets to become my friend. Friend-zoned men don't have an option to ever date me, ever. My friends, they're all eligible bachelors. Which one do I like the most? So if I know we can play Uno and we could karaoke, we could talk about all the things, you could tell me your woes and we could strategize in business, you can get an idea of how I am as a human, how I really move with those people that I care about. You're not in my friend zone. You're just a friend that currently I am not choosing.
Okay.
Or you are not choosing me. We are not choosing each other. So I was getting to know, dating another person right before Costa Rica. But it messed me up when I went to Costa Rica
You know what's
because
interesting about what she just said? And here's the thing. I can criticize this, and at the end of the day, you know, modern dating is a lot different than what it was previously. Anyway, when we talk about orbits, friends in their friends that women might have that circle their orbit, this is what they think. In her mind, there's certain friends that are completely friend zoned and probably unbeknownst to the guy. And then there's friends that are eligible bachelors that she's just kind of moving in a way to say, I'm here. And maybe it's not like a forcibly I'm here, but it's like, if you try to come at me, we gonna try to see what this is. Ergo, the point of position around friends. And if I remember correctly, the first time that they were talking about friends, the person that she's married to says, well, she can keep all of the friends that she has. My thing is that, well, as a man, how do you know what she in her mind has divided between actual friends, the ones that are still open, or the friend zone? Just keep that in mind. But this timeline is in fact odd as shit. You're on a date, you're probably sleeping in the same bed as another guy. Y'all get out of this, and it sounds like a couple of days later they got married, unless I'm hearing this incorrectly. But let's keep listening.
me and Brock synced like we had never synced before. So much so that I was like, what we gonna do when we get back? Like, what do we do? And he's like, I don't know. So we got back July 5th. From July 5th to August 12th, he was like, still had his little roster, juggling people, talking to girls.
6 weeks.
I'm still going out with the guy I was just going out with, getting to know, going to the movies, having conversations, talking, doing all the things, playing card games, talk, et cetera, et cetera. And August 12th, he told me, you need to get rid of that dude. And I said, first of all, I'm not getting rid of nothing. I'm not letting go of a man that's marriage-minded to be your girlfriend, because we had had this conversation before. The reason why Brock and I had never committed to each other before is because he was just seeing how stuff was going. I want to be married. I want to be a wife. I want a husband. I want a covenant under God. Do you hear me? Like, I don't want to be a situationship. There's nothing attractive about that. So he was like, all right, well, you need to get rid of him. I said, well, if I'm going to get rid of anybody, you need to get rid of all your girls too. So he was like, okay. So the next day, I let go of the other guy. And he let go of his girls. So now we're having conversations. August 18th, we got married. He said, he called my dad. He asked my dad for permission, and we went to the courthouse and we got married. September 8th is when he proposed to me, when I didn't even know that was going to happen. We planned a trip to go back to my hometown. And
you know what? Let me pause it right here, because I think I've heard components of this story before, and this is another reason I want to do this video. Listening to her articulate all of this make me like, there is no perfect story, okay? This ain't gonna be the fairy tales. This ain't gonna be the movies. And I think that the knowing friend zone for a couple of years and then dating different people and then up in, was it Costa Rica? And then they connected while she was still dating the other guy, right? Like, so the guy, damn, I feel bad for my brother. He thought he was goddamn in there. He said, listen, baby girl, I am marriage minded. I'm treating you good. Meanwhile, she's had this friend that's been orbiting for years now. And you know what I'm saying? And maybe it's also in the course of the platform. You know, maybe it was a degree of a business decision as well that can kind of help spur the career for it. I don't know. I'm postulating at this point. Nevertheless, though, everything that she's describing is why dating amongst men and women, everyone got one toe in the water and one whole foot out the water, because everybody, especially down in the Atlanta area, from what I've seen, it's the short-term dating capital of the world. Nobody trusts nobody. Everybody is scared of commitment. And I'm not, me too. me too, especially as I see some of the hyenas down here. Like, I'll be looking at that on my text sometime like, damn, baby girl, you cold. Shit, I have feelings too. I'm partly playing, but I'm also not, okay? There's some real savages down here that's been conditioned by the incredible dating landscape, thus conditioned by this sort of cyclical cycle of bad relationships ever since post-segregation Jim Crow, you know, when we had some of the highest marriage rates amongst any other race, and now we have the highest divorce rate, right? Like the worst marriage rates, right? Like, and it just goes to show that there's something happening, something brewing in the water. But I will also say this is a lot different than, I don't know if it's a lot different, but it is different than like that young lady that we just went over a couple of days ago who has like a rotation of 4. She calls them all pastor boys. When you listen to her speak, you could tell that it's a damn circus.
I have a rotation of approximately 4 men, 4 young men of God at that.
That don't make it better.
And that being said, like, I might have relations with 1 or 1.5 at a time. By a half, I mean like I might fuck.
But yeah, it's different than that. And, you know, Sarah says that, you know, date them, but just don't sleep with them. And, you know, I can understand how that would be a woman's dating strategy. It just seems as though that's generally not how this happens or how this goes. Eventually, we gonna catch you slipping. It's generally what I see. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are human just as much as we're human. And, you know, the body and the flesh is weak. Anyway, I think that this is a fantastic stopping point at this particular junction. If you guys want to hear more, I'll leave a link to this down in the description box down below. It was like a 2-hour podcast. So if you guys want to go digest it, then feel free to go digest it. Now, I will also send this, is that to all of the young ladies that are watching this seething, I would say that Sarah is not your enemy because of the things that she mentions and the mindset that she had to place herself in order to achieve a man of, you know, honor, accolades, and like all these different type of things, status, whatever, value, if you want to say high value, right? She's showing you the sort of mindset, more of the longer term mindset, instead of listening to the ones, right, like more of the sprinkle type chicks that are just chasing, envy, greed, attention, and online validation. And typically these are the ones that will, right, I'll see them driving down one Peachtree, Piedmont, what have you, different streets. There's like 12 of those in Atlanta, and they blaring, spitting that shit out the goddamn window as loud as they goddamn can. All right, because money is their god. All right, and they are more than willing and able to try to trick you out of the bag. Okay. Out of what you've earned legitimately. Shout out to the ladies out there again, because the Wall Banger Hall of Fame is a real place. And if you more so adopt a humbler mindset like her, then I think you'll have a lot more success within life. But I'll leave that up to you. All right, guys, I appreciate you for stopping through, having this conversation with me. Leave me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. Last but not least, viraltovalue.com. Link to it down in the description box. If you want my system, how I did all of this, you can just come up and copy it. It's curriculum, it's community, right? We got a bunch of other content creators back up there now, and as well as digital assets that I'm creating to make your life much, much easier. Also, we're doing bi-weekly conversations that I'm hosting as well. We got one this Friday that's coming up. So if you want to get in, now's the time to do it, especially before that price goes up, baby. All right, guys, I appreciate you for rocking with me. Let me know what you think. All right. Protect yourself at all time. I love you, guys. Stay safe out there. All right. Until next time. Peace.